Hello friends and welcome to this video tutorial. This video we are going to add the result of two numbers taken some powers of. For example, 2 to the power 5 plus 3 to the power 4. Just for example. Okay. So we make a program. Power and add. Okay. So as usual we have our section. Okay. So we have our start point over here. So let's fill up the program first initially with two no operations. Okay, so what we are going to do in this program is, let me uh, make some comments over here. So we will just add two numbers of the values 2 to the power 3 and 3 to the power 4. Okay, so the sorry the initial as you all know, we push the EBP onto stack, then we move our ESP to EBP. Okay, now suppose we got, okay, we already defined the two numbers 2 to the power 3 plus 3 to the power 4. So as usually this is going to be very simple program in C or C++ or any higher languages, but it is going to be very tricky in this assembly programs kind of languages. Okay, so let's start now. So initially we push our values. First we push 2. Okay, hmm, whatever, we push value 3, 2 to the power 3, then again 3, and then we push the value 4 for getting the power of it. Okay, so initially what would be the outline of the program? The strategy will be like this. We'll first, okay, so let me keep explaining the program. I first push EBP onto stack. Okay, so here will be our EBP. Well, it is actually just, okay, so we have EBP over here. Then what we got, our value 2, then 3, then again 3, then 4. Okay, so what we do next is, as the outline made by me, we will be making some space over here so that we could keep on placing the results, and we will use a value to compare the progress of stack towards lower value of stack, so that we don't overwrite some other things. Okay, so just let me bring it down. Okay, so here we are going to initially subtract 16, or we are going to make the space of 4 words over here. So it will be blank over here, another blank, another blank, another blank. So we created 16 bytes of free space in the stack. So how we do that? We subtract 16 from the present stack value, stack pointers value. Okay, now for the comparison of the progress of the stack, we will put, so one more thing, we'll put value something like let's move a value, what we should, okay, move 100 to the place where we will. So currently in the starting of the program, our stack will be over here, ABP. So this will be the stack pointer and it will be pushed onto the base pointer. So this will be our stack pointer over here. Then 4 4 no, 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay. Okay, so we're going to push the value 100 over here. Okay, 100 to where? To negative of 32 of where our current stack pointer is has been saved onto. It will be EBP. Okay, at an offset of 32 bytes from EB, our current stack pointer which is stored into our base pointer. So we will place the value 100 over here, so that we could keep on comparing. Now we will create a function. We will call a function called par. Okay, here we will have some instructions to clear our stack. Okay, so let's create a function called power over here. So first of all, what should we do? As soon as we, okay, first let's push our EBP, sorry, EBP onto stack, then move our current stack pointer to our base pointer. Okay, so our new base pointer becomes available at a lower value in the stack, somewhat lower value. So as soon as we call this function par, what it's going to do is, we had a stack pointing till this place to 3, no sorry, there's some mistake over here. We had pushed up till 4 over here, so we were clearing how many values? We had cleared 16 values from our stack pointer in ESP. So 4 4 4 4, here our stack will be, till here our stack will be cleared. We'll be saving 100 over here. Then what comes next after calling par? Par will save the return address over here. Okay, next our instruction pushing EBP onto stack will save our EBP value onto stack over here. This will be our fresh stack pointer. Okay, so this is our ESP. It has been saved onto EBP now. Correct. Initially this was our EBP. Let's mark this also. Fine. So we have completed the basic scenario of the program. It took us quite long, I think. So now what should we do? We should keep on grabbing the values from the stack. So for grabbing 2, what should we do? This is the value of our stack pointer, our base pointer actually. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So at an offset of 9 words, we should be accessing our first value. So just move the value which is at an offset of 36. 9 for the 36, so at an offset of 36 bytes from our EBP. So let's save it onto EX register. Okay, now we are going to multiply this value with itself 3 times. So again, grab the same value from the same place of your base pointer to EBX. Okay, now what should we do is we are multiplying this with this one with 3 times, so our counter should become 3. So subsequently we should shift this value 32 at an offset of 32 from our EBP. We should shift it to ECX counter register. Correct. This is basically for getting the power. Okay. Now, after grabbing the values, we should follow up a loop. This is just a landmark which we have created for creating the loops one by one. So, in loop, we are going to multiply EX with EBX, and the result of these both will be saved onto EBX register. Correct. Now, after getting the result in EBX, we should be storing it somewhere in the stack. So let's decide it to move the value of EBX to someplace on EBP at an offset of something. Let's decide it where EBP right now is over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's store it over here. First result will be saved over, we should save over here. So it is at an offset of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 for the 20. So at an offset of 20 bytes. So we should replace it with 20. Correct? Follow till now. Okay. Now after each multiplication and each saving onto stack of the result, we should compare our counter register with the value what we should compare it with 2. Okay, if it is equal to 2, then we should jump to next. And where is next? Next we will keep somewhere over here. So let's clear up the instructions over here. Now if it is not equal to next, now if it is not equal to 2, then we should keep on decrementing our ECX. Okay, after decrementing we should jump back to loop. We should again go back to loop and continue doing the same thing. Correct. So what do we do in next? So what happens is, okay, so the time is up right now, so I'll elaborate this in next video. Okay.